All right, it is media day. We are talking 26A with Hightower head coach Cornelius Anthony. Coach, you guys are jumping up from 5A to 6A. You had a pretty successful year last year. I mean, I know it's not successful until you win state, right, in your mind, but 11-3, and you smacked around Manville a couple times. Talk about how you look at this new district and this new classification, and what challenges may be in front of your Hurricanes.
Well, I just feel like the challenges we have is, even though we were moved up to 6A, we don't have 6A numbers by any means. And so, we're going to be facing schools with, hundreds of more kids than we have. But so that's, for me, that's kind of a challenging, a challenge that you think of initially. But I have a lot of faith in our program, our culture, the way we do things, our coaches, and most importantly, in our kids. And I know that, one of the things that I've come to learn about these kids is that they are extremely competitive. They are some warriors. And so I know that they are willing to step up to the challenge. And I'm even though it's a concern, it's a challenge, it's not a concern. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Even though the challenge may be, hey, we might have 300 or 400 less kids than pretty much every school in our district, other than maybe like in Austin or something like that. But it's not a concern because I know our kids will rise to the challenge.
Right. So you may not have the depth, but one thing we know about Hightower is you always got the athletes. You always got the players that are ready to go. Keeping them healthy is going to be key, obviously. But talk about some of those athletes you have on the offensive side of the ball, because I know you guys got 7 returners, but one of the guys not returners is your quarterback that was doing so well for you last year because he moved on with his pops. But talk about what you have on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great running back in Jeremy Payne. I was talking to his running back coach last night, and the thing about Jeremy, when you look at Jeremy without pads on, he just looks like a typical 11th grade kid. But when he puts those pads on, he's like Superman. He's like dynamite in a bottle, and he is explosive, elusive, quick, fast, a hard worker, and he doesn't look it, but he's extremely strong as well. So you got Jeremy Payne, you have a big-time playmaking receiver in Zion Kearney. He is a man-child. He's legitimately 6'3", almost 6'4", 200 pounds, and runs a 4.28 40. Those were the type of measurables that I saw at Texas A&M and in the NFL, not in high school. So, he can jump out of the gym. He's strong, he's fast, and he's a great route runner, and he has great hands. And so looking forward to seeing him play. And then, a guy that a lot of people don't know about on offense, well, 2 guys, actually. Caleb Davis, who was a slot receiver that we had, who got a little action last year, but, was in the shadow of Caleb Douglas and Caleb Johnson. And so, he didn't really get that many touches, but he's a big play waiting to happen. But, for me, the X factor and the sleeper of the bunch is Joseph JoJo Stewart, our quarterback. He doesn't have much. As a freshman, we raised him up to the varsity level because we saw the potential in him, and we wanted to get him practicing and working with the varsity real quick. And he's legit. He's going to be our dark horse. He's going to be – I shouldn't even be talking about him because I don't even want people to really know about him, but I think he's going to surprise a lot of folks, and he's going to pleasantly surprise us. Well, not really surprise because we already know about him and what he can do and what he brings to the table. But he's going to shock a lot of people when he makes his debut come this upcoming season.
You make it sound like we should be whispering on this tip. Make sure nobody knows nothing about nothing,
I
right?
shouldn't have said anything about him because I really don't want people to know anything about him. But he's legit. He's
Yeah.
legit.
I mean, the casual fans already going to be looking and saying, "Oh, well, they don't have Pendrin anymore, so they'll be struggling at quarterback." So if you're casual, you're already looking past that situation.
And that's exactly what I want. You can try to blitz him if you want. He is surgical back there. So just looking forward to, shocking a lot of people. When we had Kendrick, who was a phenomenal football player, phenomenal quarterback, people didn't give us a chance and didn't think he could do the things that he did. And so, he shocked a lot of people. Coach Coleman is a quarterback whisperer. He does a phenomenal job with those quarterbacks and gets them to perform above and beyond their potential and gets them, and the thing I love about Coach Coleman, our offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, is that he creates the offense according to the quarterback's strengths. And so, we were electric last year because KJ could handle a lot of things and was a good quarterback and good player. And I know we will be able to do a lot of things with Joseph Stewart as well. Like I said, he's gonna be the dark horse, that X factor that a lot of people are going to be sleeping on, but a lot of people will soon find out that he's a force to be reckoned with.
We love secret weapons here on Inside High School Sports, so that's good to hear. What about on the other side? It looks like you only got 5 returners. Are you a little inexperienced there, or you got guys that may not have started but got plenty of playing time and you're confident in?
Correct. Yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, we're definitely solid up front with our defensive line with guys like Dalen Ellis. We got guys like Robert Staten Jr. We got guys like Traylon Bellany, who I feel he's gonna have a phenomenal breakout. I mean, just a crazy season this upcoming season. And all 3 of those guys are going to truly make their mark in high school sports and in 6A football. And then you have Braylon Kizzy is our returning linebacker. He's going to be running the show. He's going to turn a lot of heads. That year of experience, these guys, Dalen, Robert, and Braylon were just sophomores last year. So now getting that year under their belt as juniors, they are very confident. They look good, and they are flying around making plays. And then on the back end, in our secondary, we have Santana Wilson, who's a lockdown corner, and then another lockdown corner we have. And I don't know why, but he flies under the radar for whatever reason. But he is a true, legitimate lockdown corner, and that's Ephraim Dotson, who a lot of people are sleeping on. He should have offers, but unfortunately he doesn't. But I'm sure that's going to change by the end of this next season, his junior campaign, because he is a big play waiting to happen.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk a little bit about the district, man. You got it's new to you guys, and you got Ridge Point that's been sitting on top of that hill there for a couple of years now. Not only do you have to get familiar with 8 new teams, but what's it going to take to kind of push those Panthers off the hill and get you guys and stamp yourself in there in 6A?
Well, it's just you got to earn it. I mean, Ridge Point has been on top of that district, and rightfully so. They are a huge school. That's the reason why we went 6A, because they were bursting out the seams, and they just started sending kids from Ridge Point to Hightower, because they just didn't have enough room for them. So we got the overflow for all those kids that put us up to 6A. And so they got a lot of kids. They got a lot of depth. They have, kids these are kids who are professional athletes' children. You know what I mean? Like Bert Emanuel, like Junior. These are kids that Indy Kalu. Like, these are kids who are professional athlete kids who are now in high school. So, they are very talented, very smart. They've been, playing football and taking, I'm sure, like private lessons, since elementary. So they are a great team, and rightfully so. They're a talented team. rightfully so. And Coach LaFavors and his staff do a phenomenal job of, they're a great coaching staff. So, if you want respect, you got to earn it. And so, our job at Hightower is just to let people know that, hey, we're here. And, we got some talented kids as well. And we have a great coaching staff as well. And we have a great fan base and support base as well. And so, it's just you gotta, for me as a competitor, you embrace challenges like that. And it's not just Ridge Point. I mean, it's district wide. I mean, Travis, George Ranch, George Bush, all these teams that are in our district, Clements, Dulles, Austin, all these teams that are in our district, Elkins, they are phenomenal teams. They're good teams and they're well coached teams. And so we gotta, earn that respect and being the new kids on the block, we got to take it by force. And so that's what we plan on doing.
Well, that's awesome, and I wish you guys good luck. The best thing about it is you don't have a whole bunch of new stadiums to learn. You got them 2 stadiums in that you'll be messing with for majority of the season, so you don't have to learn new locker rooms and whatnot in this new district. So that'll be good.
Yeah, no, that and a lot of the people that we play, they're right around the corner. So I love that. I love it.
That's awesome. Well, good luck to you, and I appreciate you joining us today.
All right, thank you so much. All right, it's my pleasure.